restrictions under the bill. There still is no carry on private institutions that opt out. They're churches, bars, other places of private nature. Secondly, the storage of handgun in student dormitory or residence hall is prohibited. It's prohibited in grievance hearings and disciplinary procedures on campus. It is not allowed in courtrooms. It is a Class D felony to carry a firearm in a courtroom. And so those prisons are excluded, public schools K through 12 are excluded from any of the enhanced carry. So this bill, in my view, reflects the will of the General Assembly and is constitutional and will balance public safety and the Second Amendment. And now let me introduce Representative Charlie Collins for any comments he has.
Well, thank you very much, Governor. I appreciate that, and I appreciate all your work through this process. I've said from the beginning that my goal has been to help keep our loved ones safe on college campuses. The Secret Service and the Department of Education did a study after Columbine and the massacre there, and they developed a profile of a rampage killer. There's some bad news in that profile, including the fact that these people are plotters and planners and researchers, and they look for places where they can find our innocent folks, and they can wreak havoc and get the television cameras out and the newspaper reporters out so they can share their manifesto of hurt feelings. And there's no way to identify these people in advance. There are no racial variables, there are no mental health variables, there are no prison record variables, and these people don't snap. They don't snap spontaneously and whip a weapon out of their pocket. They plan, they research, they FOIA request for security plans. They do all the things that you would expect somebody to do who's trying to mercilessly murder our loved ones. The one thing they cannot do is plan for a good guy or a good gal with a gun who might interdict their plan. So I believe what we're doing here is increasing the safety of Arkansas by deterring some of these crazy killers from choosing to go to our campuses and potentially murder people. I really want to thank the governor for helping to educate me, because initially when I designed this, I had an arbitrary safety factor, and that was this notion of a class of person, a professor who might be more familiar with his or her surroundings as a method for helping to reduce potential accidents and things of that nature. But the governor's expertise in this area and his experience really made clear, obviously very clearly to me, the importance of doing it through a qualification process. And so what that does is it really changes the dynamic. People call me a hypocrite. Why don't you allow it in the Capitol? And it kind of said to me, well, geez, we don't have college professors here, so I don't know exactly how to make that apply. But using the superior approach of a training program to make sure people know how to behave, I think what we've done with HB 1249 is really improved that. The last comment I want to make, I think, is the most important. This issue of senseless murder on college campuses and other locations like that is not confined to Arkansas by any stretch. It's a national problem. And there are only a handful of states that have really made this step to help prevent, to deter these folks. And I think with the governor's leadership, what we've created here is a model which many other states will over time adopt. And hence, we won't just be saving lives in Arkansas, we'll be helping people all over the country. As somebody said yesterday, Arkansas's footprint is bigger than the state itself, and I think this could turn out in this arena to be one of those things. Finally, this is not a panacea. I don't pretend that it is. Bad things can happen. There's no such thing as a perfect solution, but I believe it's going to help us move in the right direction. I really appreciate all my colleagues, particularly the folks over in the Senate that work so diligently to get us to this place, and all those in the House that helped me. Thank you.